you say? Yeah. I say we say not so good. What for you say not so good? I say we say not so good. So what the down here? Yeah, me had a feeling. What I can run behind. We are they see me brother them. They die in the street. Oh. Me had a feeling. We are they see me sister them in the street. Yeah. Some they link they not. Some lay down a guts are they sleep. Oh. So when I ask them, tell me say na kush. Now in the pool boy like son of them foods. They make them use their old age for the young age. They just step and brush. Oh yeah, we say not a kush.
Famble them on a good evening. I hope say any side also on a fan on a safe. I hope so na they do well. I hope life has been good to you. Life has treated you well. Wherever on a fan on a safe, if na morning, afternoon, evening time, I hope say things are going well with you guys. With me, as you all know, last week nature took did its thing, and out flat. As a matter of fact, I'm still in the recovering process. If I can hear my voice, I can definitely tell that my voice not that strong. We get bokuting them for discuss. But maybe we play the Kush music again one more time, and then I will come in and then settle in proper. Thank you.
Leone, Kush, my killer, this is for them. Hope for you say. Yeah, I say we say not so good. Hope for you say not so good. I say we say not so good. So what the down here? Yeah, me had a feeling. What I can run behind. We are they see me brother them. They die in the street. Oh. Me had a feeling. We are they see me sister them in the street. Yeah. Some they link they not. Some lay down a guts are they sleep. Oh. So when I ask them, tell me say na kush. Now in the pool boy like son of them foods. They make them use their old age for the young age. They just step and brush. Oh yeah, we say not a kush. Leone, Kush, my killer, this is for them. Hope for you say. Yeah, I say we say not so good. Hope for you say not so good. I say we say not so good. So what the down here? Yeah, me had a feeling. What I can run behind. We are they see me brother them. They die in the street. Oh. Me had a feeling. We are they see me sister them in the street. Yeah. Some they link they not. Some lay down a guts are they sleep. Oh. So when I ask them, tell me say na kush. Now in the pool boy like son of them foods. They make them use their old age for the young age. They just step and brush. Oh yeah, we say not a kush.
Okay. We are back, and hopefully we get a smooth sailing right now. So boku thing that they happen at the Republic. As a matter of fact, it's so difficult for keep on top of the happenings them na the country. My goodness, the Republic. Whew. So today we did episode 3, Sierra Leone in review. Government due diligence. We did ask if truly the government they exercise due diligence in dispensing, in carrying out their duties, then tasks for which they've been assigned. The thing we put them there. If then they take them time for sit down and think through and look at the good, the bad, the ugly for the people them, not for their own pocket, but for the people them, how it go benefit the people them. And if waiting then they engage pan and waiting then they put on pan, if at all they even get benefits for the people them and for the country in the long haul as a whole. So I want to make we play one video where una know for say since the new establishment come in place. When I say the new establishment, I will call them the new establishments as it is following the election and what have you. We get some new change of roles and duties and whatnot, and everybody will then take on a duty, then get their own way and their own style of how then they do things. One thing where I would say admirable about maybe the communication sector, so the Department of Communication, and the one that where they head the Department of Communication, SIBA and the rest, I think say I go applaud them. Listen, and you see now this not the difference between me. Just because I not agree with the regime or I not agree or in line with the system of a regime. You know mean for say if that regime the people and the inside the way they do things what I feel say favorable, what I feel say good, I not go bring them out and I not go talk about them. Even as the fact that I still maintain that I will refer to Mr. Bio as Mr. Bio doesn't mean that if he do thing way right, I not go say Mr. Bio did this and for this I applaud him. You know, that is what it is to disagree, agree to disagree, but do it so respectfully, right? So the Minister of Communication, SIBA, I think Civil Education and Communication, SIBA, where they do this weekly press conference. And the thing where I like about the press conference, not to like where the former minister been did the way he waits about few months to election, then he begin do that talk to the people type thing. For me, like I said, that setup was a setup for political campaign. That setup wasn't a setup to talk to the people because you've had 4.5 years. Inside that 4.5 years, they I believe say if don't can even do interview our viewers 3 or 4 times, and 3 or 4 times our message to them has been consistent. You can utilize platforms such as this to communicate to the people, or you can set up your own platforms to make sure that you communicate effectively to the people. But when you communicate to the people, the only thing we ask is that because it is not a two-sided communication at that point, two-sided communication will mean the one way I do so right now, and then say we invite one pandem, we they ask them question. That becomes a dialogue, right? Because I get a chance for rebut something where they say on behalf of the people, and in gets the chance for correct maybe a notion or an aspersion or whatever. So the only thing where we do is that be truthful to the people. Don't hide things. Don't play with their emotion. No, not begin the dabaru to make you key this, that. So they didn't do it. We told them, pleaded with them several times. Instead, waiting and decide for do is that then cut chain with we platforms them, because before when they elect them and they kind of we platforms them, we interview them, when we extend an invitation to them. Sometimes we don't even extend an invitation to them. They're the one that will reach out and say, we want for can viewers, we want for can talk about this, that. Because then I think they thought that there was favorability. What they didn't understand is that we are just here, we are just the middleman. We don't take sides. But when we clearly see wrong, we will call it out. So basically, I say all this to say that the initiative by SIBA, current Minister of Communication and Civil Education, now one way me applaud. And this is when I call an initiative, whether there is an agenda behind the initiative, It doesn't matter to me, because at the end of the day, right from jump, like okay, say yeah, right from jump, right from the get-go, right from the start, now something where you don't initiate. So if say closer to election or something, they use it and there's a manipulation, whatever, it don't set a standard. So now you get something for measure this thing with. If it deviates from in current approach and then it morph into something else, then you have data, you have a standard for which you can question it. So that make us a good initiative where they do the daily or the weekly press conference. And if in a note, even though in the chair, it bring people in from different ministries them for can talk to the people, for tell the people them, basically giving like a brief. It's almost like going into cabinet meeting and saying to the president and the minister, okay, this portfolio, okay, waiting now your portfolio, who say you there, which progress you don't make, waiting now the give me an update. That way they when or whatever I can, when I meet with cabinet or when we're in cabinet, we can address this, you update the president. So basically, you as the people them we vote them in or we not them now una then they serve is doing the right thing by having these weekly press conferences, these weekly briefings for make the different ministries and departments, and they come and they tell the people and say, hey, now your ministry, now this one for expect to, now your ministry, now that one for expect to, or wait to know my being but this me ministry not to so na so. It creates opportunity for information and hopefully factual information and hopefully time sensitive information, hereby carrying the people along and not leaving them behind. So yes, definitely I applaud that initiative day. And it was during one of these dialogue or briefings that with a pick up from with we first topic, we make ask this question: is the government are they exercising due diligence? Basically, are they really exercising due diligence? Maybe we watch a brief summary of that press conference day, and then I will pick up a particular subject, we will address them and move forward. But before we start, remember I said the phone lines them open. When are welcome for call the phone lines them at any time. So in North America, toll-free number now 1-866-944-7722. The UK local line now +44 20 808 91455. The Australian local number now +61 29 09 84337. The WhatsApp number now 1-343-997-5828. The number also will be constantly there on display for now for see and for watch. And when I not forget say there is also viewers radio in Freetown that's on in operation, even though right now we know they do full on 100% total broadcast. But we also get with online channels them, we get the apps them when I can watch videos through and what have you. So I encourage you to log on to the different platforms them, the YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the apps them, the app radio channel them, so that you will listen and follow along. To all of my viewers and listeners all over the world, from wherever platform, whether you tune in now, whether you tune in later, may God bless you now. I'll continue to partner with this platform. And trust me, the one thing I can assure you is that you'll get the undiluted truth, the reserved truth. You may not like it, you may not agree with it, but remember, when judged for what it is, it will remain the truth. Yeah. So make we listen to this video as we carry on the show and we continue with other things then.
For today press conference, we don't engage with some of the big allejo them, like I can say, for let them come and provide una the people of Salone the answer to the question them we wanna get. So I start with colleague in a cabinet, the Honorable Minister for Transport and Aviation.
I want for just tell una say we really get forget a major change in we transport industry. Not too long from now, we will get forget about 50 buses. Secondly, the traffic system it will get for change. With the new project where they come on board, we will get for ensure say some of the roads them we will make them roads and be for only bus lanes them, so that them bus then they go get priority. Then also we don't use for the always they pay money to where they go inside the bus or waiting. But now with the new system, we they try for make sure say it be cashless. So I'm happy for informing us say as at March next year, the Ethiopian Airlines will start for flight to Sierra Leone. So that's all I get for now. I hand over to my colleague.
To this point. So me coming in, I think really I want for consolidate on those gains and establish a platform for us to now really encourage the bigger carriers to come to Sierra Leone. Make we address the issue of competition, which directly, as the Minister said, will have an impact, a positive impact on the cost of travel to Sierra Leone. So as an introduction and as a nutshell, just for people to understand the role of the civil aviation, it's a regulatory role. It's not an operating role. There are various players in the industry which comprise of the operator and service providers. We on role as the CAA now for make sure we have a bird's eye view of waiting to go on, and that we make sure that the compliance to the legal instruments where we get that are guided by the international principles for aviation are complied to. So we intend to make sure our oversight is increased and that we get the best out of our operators and our service providers. So in a nutshell, my brother, I think that should do it.
We will, as a union, now for promote, protect and defend the membership. Of course, everybody knows we deal with people them way no go that much school, now the informal sector. Then now what did they get for the day? Then they take care, go home. So we really go for make sure say we drivers them we're not involved into boku problems. By how? By educating them the language of the road.
Okay. So then call press conference. The nature of how they can talk, the time, length, and whatever, I call it a press briefing. For me, that's not a press conference, that is a press briefing. So I will maintain using the word press briefing because that's what they're doing. They're briefing, they're not having a conference. I want to pick up the point where I believe saying that the Minister of Transportation, Alhaji Fande Toure make. Alhaji Fande Toure make. Now that point they me want pick up because I think say in everything we then talk about what is much more applicable, much more applicable to the ordinary Sierra Leoneans them and to the majority of Sierra Leoneans them at the transportation part inside this particular press briefing where them get, right? At the transportation part. So the minister intimated, the minister basically tell the public saying in a not so long distant future that Salone for expect the transportation wahala not for be so burdensome, not for be so bad that the transportation wahala they don't find way for take care of them in such a way that go bad off like how we turn so right now. So boku people and go say, what you mean by that? Well, what you mean by that is that now that same way they take inform the general public say the government don't buy 50 new bus them for add on top and the existing bus and government transportation then we already there. So if they add them 50 new buses then distribute them at the different bus routes them, then they go help for lessen the transportation burden per people them. Absolutely unapplaudable. For them one day we can say Matilda, they talk too much big English. Now good thing. Now a very good thing. Because for me, I can always say whatever makes Sierra Leone win is what I will celebrate. Waiting they make Sierra Leone as a nation, waiting they make the people of Sierra Leone, and when I say the people of Sierra Leone, I know they talk about the 1% up there. Neither am I specifically referring to the middle class. I they talk about the bottom winner, and they carry the weight of society, right? Now, then me they refer to. When this bottom wins, then it means the country and the nation as a whole is winning. So, yes, I applaud the regime. I applaud the regime for taking on such initiative. I applaud the regime for going through with the purchase. I go even applaud the regime even more if they make sure say them boss then they are sound, they're good, they are roadworthy for the conditions of the roads in Sierra Leone. And the reason why I say this is that know me when I talk about the dog, I get for talk about the bone. The reason why I say is that when I remember some bus system, and this was during the APC time, where APC, I think there were 100 buses as a matter of the time where APC been buy, purchase, spring come inside Salone. What it end up for happen with most of them buses then they is that we realize say they not soundproof the buses, then they not test roadworthy, test the buses them, or the buses were not built for the weather, the road condition in Sierra Leone, neither the landscape na Salone, right? We landscape different. We they go from valley to hills to mountain. Everybody in them different places that they also need for access transportation. So what ended up happening was that the bus system when the APC at the time government bring calm, the then government in power, most of them were not roadworthy. Roadworthy in the sense that they were not built, they were not conducive, they're not being good for we road then, they're not able to take we road them. And not able to claim ill. As the mistake for begin claim the ill no more for go up the mountain, and then they left. Now they all think they scatter. So not only that, now that you call waste of resources because somebody not do the environmental studies properly, somebody not do a proper environmental scan, somebody not do a pilot test. Not do a proper pilot test for ensure say whatever they bring come, it's going to be custom made for accommodate the terrain. So now that make they say then 50 additional buses there. So I hope say whoever was in charge at the time then do them pilot test them for make sure say the bus system are roadworthy in the sense meaning that they go able for take the layout, right, the landscape of we roads them, we road conditions them. Now yes, this is a good thing. It go ease the burden on the people that it even go on to say, and I think say that is a way also for curb corruption, for be more accountable. It say that they change from a cash system because say a cash system and they boku yuki kinde. So the systems then where we get now, so that is what I am hoping that they are going to enact because it say to a cashless system. A cashless system will mean for say, maybe you get an app, you dey upload your money inside that app there. Maybe when you go to the bus, you scan your phone, you know, and then they deduct the money of wetin you use depending on the distance where you travel or the distance where you dey go, or sometimes you dey go na a bus place where maybe you go buy ticket wey na token. Some places they buy tokens, like I know in England, in London, when me I dey go England, or when I dey in England, if I dey use I dey use both systems. I dey use the bus system, and I also dey use the underground, the train, right? So I get me oyster, right? They then call it oyster. I get me oyster, they charge me oyster, and then I tap me oyster, and then they get zonings then, depending on the different zonings, then where the different zone, where they go, you transition from one zone to the other. Now that amount that you go pay, so the price then different. Just like the train system in Montreal, you get the different lines there, you get the green line, you get the orange line, and now even outside me the Ottawa, you get trains, you get the train, right? The train, that same train day in Ottawa, the same passway they use the train, and the same pass back you they use the bus, right? You get timing depending on your travel time, the time where one payment travel to this distance to that distance will expire. So I hope say they don't map all of this out. I hope say they don't look at the terrain, because just they introduce something without don't do all of them pre-planning there. So when they talk, I know say some of you go look at a criticism. No, it's not a criticism. Actually, what I am doing right now, I am doing an analysis, and I'm also profiling solutions at the same time where I talk. But I hope so when I don't map the roads them, the different travel paths them of people them, or the heavily trafficked travel paths of people them. When I don't map them, when I don't map how much it go cost, waiting at the distance in travel time back and forth from one place to another, and then ensure say the people are being charged fairly. Because now make can be also a system of exploitation that can easily happen. And I can tell you this for free, like London. So if you know sabi how for use the line them properly, before you twink, your money don't done. If you know sabi how for travel from one zone and go to the other zone and use the line them properly, depending on the time, depending on the zoning, depending on how far you dey go, before you blink, your money don't done. You get for charge your oyster again. Whereas me na Canada, I find the system much more smoother than the British system. I find say like if I go na the train, I take the train from one place to another, na the same train and they carry me. It don't matter, there are no zonings. It don't matter how far they go, it just matter the time, the length where that particular ticket they allow me for travel, right? The other thing where I want to ask, and I hope say in following press briefings them, the minister will come back, the minister Alaji Fande Toure will come back, or even, yeah, I know for say, I know for say una can call me Modelotti, then I shekende, me now na shekende. But listen, when it comes to Sierra Leone, I don't take any prisoners. I know they take any prisoners, but that doesn't mean that I am not human. I am, obviously, they see me through the screen, you can tell that I am someone that you can communicate with, that you can have a civil dialogue and a civil conversation with. And so therefore, I invite the ministers then for get into the habit, cultivate the habit to go beyond your comfort zone in talking to the people. Come to platforms like this. Let us ask you the questions where Sibano will ask you then question then they in your press briefing. These are the details that I wanted to hear, because then details they are the answer to then question they are what they pose. So now even for don't reassure me for come na a platform like this and say, hey, the government they bring, the establishments they bring 50 buses them, but not worry. This is how they are going to do it. They have taken care of A, B, and C. And if you think D is not going to work, here are the structures that they don't put in place for make sure say A, B, and C flow smoothly, right? So my next question, when are the most important of the questions then. I know say I don't talk about the cashless approach, what that signifies, and if they've thought about everything involved in that cashless approach. But the one way even much more important than the cashless approach, the minister make a statement that he said them new bus here so go there, then go get designated operating lane. They say then go get designated operating lane. We mean for say una we don't live overseas, una know wetin a dedicated bus lane means. A dedicated bus lane na ya so. Let me make I give una the example of the city where me sabi. Yes, I've traveled around the world, I've taken buses, I've taken trains, I've ridden on Vespas and things like that. But make I talk about Usaini Sabi, where then get the train system, then get the railway system, then get the bus system, and then you get obviously privately run vehicle, personal vehicle, right? And they also get, not only that, they get the paralegic system, meaning that buses for people them where they can't take either of them things, then they then have special needs, they need special transportation for accommodate their needs. So then get the paralegic system as well, right? Or then get all them system then they Usai Day. So make I use that example then they Usai Day just for this bus, because I know we'll talk about the other one, then make I talk about the bus because now the bus we they talk about. I hope say in making this announcement say una go get a dedicated lane, because for me now, yeah, forget a dedicated lane for the bus means that motorcar personal vehicles are not allowed to drive on that lane. If a personal vehicle go drive na that lane, they will be fine. They will be fine. Because it is a dedicated bus lane. A waiting down there they mean, it mean for say it cuts significantly the commute time of the bus system or the travel time of the bus, because the bus no go encounter traffic, meaning that they go in between personal vehicles them, private vehicles them, they go in between personally operated vehicles, where mean na tongue so poda. We will not get poda na ya so, but we get something where they can call community buses. Yeah, where sometimes if you live na a far distance, right? Like me, so Usai I tap right now, say if I want to go walk, I can choose for pay a fee every monthly. I go na the bus ride, the bus park, and then I sit down at that bus day, I for day by a particular time. I sit down at that bus day, then it gets the stop where they left me. I can't down there, then now I continue my walk. By a particular time back, I for don't want go na that bus, same bus stop there. So I go jump inside that transportation. The way go bring me inside my community, Usaya there, and then I find me way come back now. It's not done there with the talk about Nayaso. Right? We dey talk about a bus system where the government say, the establishment say, then get for make separate roads them, separate allocated roads them. Mind you, these are not new roads. Existing roads are going to now be allocated as bus lanes. I hope they get me drift and you can see where I am going with this question. My question is, as far as me sabi Salone for B, and correct me if I am wrong, where in Sierra Leone do we have a 4-lane drive vehicle? I want una call as them. And I ask this question because it don't take small where I go Salone. And because it don't take small where I go Salone, I don't know the existing layout of the new roads then, how many vehicles they can accommodate. The last way me go Salone, it was about that around the completion of that Jue Grafting bypass. Yeah, that is the last time like that I used that road there. I used the new road, used it several times as a matter of fact in my commutes them. So I know the layout very, very well. But other than that, some new roads then they don't bring come, they don't establish some new roads then. So please, scholars and viewers and listeners, I would like for make una bring to your attention. If una know any sign as Salone, heavily trafficked area, because then boss here, remember it's enough for ease the burden, the transportation burden are heavily trafficked, commuting areas, them communities, them or whatever. We get a 4-lane. Because for me, this distinction of having a dedicated bus lane, and one thing also where I forget to say is that now, yeah, Usaini Day, the dedicated bus lane, personal vehicles can use it to a particular point and then get a demarcation and they show you also a personal vehicle. But that personal vehicle there, you forget 2 or more people then inside. If you not pass 2 or more people inside, you cannot use it. If now you one grain they drive, you cannot use it. You can only use it when there are 2 or more people inside. In fact, when you go to the city of Quebec, they even make a more stricter. You can only use that dedicated bus route to a particular point within the city if you have 3 or more people inside the vehicle. If you don't get 3 or more people inside, forget it. You get a fine. So, for me, the Salone we me sabi, the Freetown we me sabi, the Boer we me don't go, the Kenana we me don't go, the Pujan we me don't go, the Kailan we me don't go, I don't tell you I say yes, me not to that Creole Pikin we no side in a Salone. Forget it. I sabi, I don't go, I don't see with me own yeah, I don't travel, I don't eat them food, I don't drink them water, I'm here and I'm appreciative for it. All them places where me don't go. I don't ever recall say there are 4 lanes. I know there is going and coming, 2 lanes. Going and coming, 2 lanes, not 4 lanes. It has always been going, 1 lane coming, 2 lanes. So now, if you want to make a dedicated, separated road only for this buses where they talk for east traffic, how una plan am? Have you guys devised something that you have not yet releasing to the public? We go make it work? Because you cannot render a 2-lane road completely unusable by other commuters in the name of it is a dedicated bus lane. It's impossible. We road them are interconnected. If you do that, how you are creating traffic somewhere else for someone for enter the same road somewhere along the line, you they block. So you people are getting my drift. In as much as yes, I appreciate the thought, I appreciate the effort. I talk about now the logistics. The logistics. Now that make I ask say, if we administrators them, if then they use due diligence, where then they think about something before they roll them out. Now imagine the chaos way this get for Brinkham, if they roll this out just like he has announced it, having a dedicated lane, or having not to a dedicated lane, sorry. Let me be correct in what he said, having dedicated lanes, bus lanes only. I don't know how. The thing is that I can't even think of a way how this is possible right now. Me knowing the landscape of Salone in general, knowing the landscape of Salone in general, knowing the road maps of Salone in general. Introduction of buses to East transportation, I can understand. More buses, I can understand. But having dedicated bus lanes alone, that I cannot understand. You go get for go beyond and show me options them where you get for create for the private vehicles them, for the poda them, for the Okada them, for the ambulances them, because you get to think about all of these people, for the police vehicles them, yes, for the medical vehicles them. Which road, which options have you created for them to use, and for it not to have, enormous burden on the private users them, on all of their entities they also are called so, for a dedicated bus lane? Because when you say dedicated, not to one lane, you they go to and fro, not to and fro, not to and fro, right? For that to be seamlessly implemented and for it to be possible. Remember, people, I'm not saying it is impossible. I am saying currently, when I look at the roadmap of Sierra Leone, when I look at the plan of Sierra Leone, when I look at the road infrastructure, the layout, I do not see it. Unless then they plan for build additional roads then, unless then they plan for build overpasses then, where again they're building these overpasses where I don't see it. I don't see it. I just can't see it yet. I don't see it. I not see them today, I not see them right now. And again, I'm not a geoscientist, I'm not a civil engineer, I'm not a country and city planner. Maybe if my papa been there alive, that's his specialty, called urban and country and city planning. Maybe he would have said, here girl, baby girl, come sit. Let me walk you through this. Let me show you this. Here is this possibility. Here is that possibility. Maybe if they do this, they can arrive at this. But I don't get a person there where I know where goes puts me down and say, okay, Matilda, look at the possibility. So for me, on layman viewing of things, remember, I'm not saying it is impossible. I said I cannot see the feasibility of it at this moment. Now there I go tap that one day. So it will be good. Okay, we have a call, so let's take the call. Caller, waiting at your name and where you call from, please. Let's take the call. Caller, waiting at your name and where you call from.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello, Miss
go
Matilda.
ahead.
How are you?
I'm good. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the good work.
Thank you.
Yeah, what did anyone say regarding this 50 buses where they say? I feel say this government for left for talk. Things the way they want for do. Because we don't tire with the lies. The lies just too much. We want me to tell we say government don't come with 50 buses. Not of us say government get for come with. We just fed up with all the lies. They don't talk about bridge, we not see bridge. They don't talk about train, we not see train. Now you don't jump into buses. I mean, they for stop for talk. And then do, and then tell we say, oh, government don't come with 50 buses. That's how we go start for believe them. But anything they talk a lie. That's just a lie. This government just depend on lies. I don't understand. This is not good. We're a thief election. Okay, we're sit down there now. Then we're still the cause problem again, we're still life at the people them again. People they're fed up with una lies, man. With regards to this dedicated lanes the way they talk about. Who's saying they pull out where the roads there? Just like what you emphasize on. So them boss the way they cancel, they're not going for past Gad Street, they're not going for past Fube Road, they're not going for past Kisi Road, they're not going for past Godrich Street, they're not going for past Sani Abacha. Tell me, who's are you able to put bus lane under? Then they come up with things then with ideas where they're not getting infrastructure. Before they propose something, don't get the infrastructure laid down, don't get everything set up, then you come up with that kind of thing. But then they come with crazy ideas. Like say people are stupid like them. Sorry about me French. But this is just too much for the people of Sierra Leone. They do things. I don't understand, man. This is really frustrating. How you gonna say get dedicated bus lane na Frito? Maybe that the road for the toll road for go upline. How you go put bus lane? But not to inside the city. When the road they will get? They don't start expansion. They don't start for expand the road then. For they will get dedicated bus lanes. They want to do waiting abroad they do, but they don't get the infrastructure. Oh man, many people are there. But anyway, which just like what you say about Siba, I mean, he's doing well. At least they can't tell we waiting the government they do. But not of can't tell we say government they get for buy 50 buses. Nowadays we want for Siam. Seeing is believing. Well, they lie too much. Mr. Abiyo go self na United Nations, you go lie. He go na Al Jazeera, he go lie. Say don't shoot somebody na APC office. Where the whole world no say yes, then kill somebody there. They will not go stop for life, are we? Then the minister said don't can't join for the lie. How government go they not depend on lies, alter the lie. That's what we get. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. I will see if we get other calls them. If we not get other calls them, we will move on to the next topic for today because remember
Namidon. Okay. Hello, viewers. This is Umaru the call.
Yes, Umar, go ahead, please.
Okay. Thank you very much for the program. Yeah, at least in a very nice topic. Looking at the road because me know that central, then that western area, it go possible for make them get a special dedicated lane for buses. You know, because when you check the way the traffic they flow, so what they get for do when they say dedicated, no me say it get for be only and solely for the buses. Then get for get other motorcar them, but then go make the buses as priority in that road. When you check for instance, Fourth Street it almost always free. So what in the for do now? How then they connect Wilkinson Road, come by that Donda Street area.
Then try for connect that with Fourth Street. I want pause you time, Mr. Umar. Where you say Fourth Street always free. Maybe not Trade under Fourth Street. The Fourth Street wey me experience the last time because Fourth Street now that street they now been dey take because you know me na Ebenezer pikin. We come on Ebenezer Circular Road, we beat and right up, go up State House, we run down and can down how dem call am by State House and at Tower Hill. Then we knock on Fourth Street. I see we knock on Fourth Street. We boss Kana Pademba Road. That is not the Fourth Street I know, my dear. Fourth Street is choke because all man they look for bypass. I will make you continue.
Okay. Matilda, I know say you sabi under, but Matilda, I think I sabi Western small. I ride, for instance, I can always talk, and I'm proud of my past. I ride Okada in a Western area for almost 6 years. So I sabi all the bypass. Bypass no there, I sabi and like my palm. I left there for 10 years. I dey tell you, say, if you take, for instance, they may get a traffic in that side street area. When I one way in the morning, they did not away, then they turn out to people to order motorcar the way they come two-way. So what in the for do? Then for give like you gonna make sure the bus this then run on time. Then they make them priority and most of them roads a day. Fourth Street na morning, it is tight for go. Then at the afternoon, it is free for come. So what then in the evening hour, it is tight for come, then it is free for go. So what in the for do? Then go for regulate them. Then go for make sure say na morning. Let the buses then use them for go. Then the other roads are way free for left the city. They allow motorcar them for use and come inside the city. So when time, the only thing they go for do now the time they go for work on. But it really possible. I go tell you more na that central area. Then get roads and the way before. So most of the time, we get Nimbana Street, we get Charles Street, we get Jones Street. We all join at that short side. So then side and most of them roads and in at daytime in they run. The problem we get to another road day. Now when you don't left Charles Street, Jones Street, Nimbana Street, then for can all na Sheka Steven Street, now then we get problem. So what you get for do more like where they left Charles Street, for instance, can down this look this other short street now they forget so we get up off. For can they then get houses them where them build right now the junction. Where a before say you they get too much cargo will come at the same time when he reach that side, it get a tight curve there where that house then they right now the junction. So what in government get for do that particular house, no matter what it do, they get for compensate that house there for move, then they get more space for motorcar where they come from John Street, motorcar where they come from Charles Street, then motorcar where they come from Nimbana Street. They able use that road there. Then they get more street. What happen with we road na freedom? Then most of the time they see the road free till a reach certain side, they see one compound just can right na the junction where it block most of the roads there. So what thing they get for do? Government get for spend little more money where it spend on roads, try for compensate 1 or 2 houses the way they right na the junction. You know, for make sure say then give more free passage for other motorcar. But if possible, the only thing na planning and the buses they not be for run like they want, let it run on time. If they don't know say this bus in certain then they happen now, they know say in certain time it reach here, we get what in call a street light. So at that particular time, the street light they block, give road to the buses, they make the bus flow. Then when the bus pass, then they will left the motorcar they get move. But I feel say it possible. The only thing on our planning we get free time, we lack planning. Motorcar they run anyhow, buses they run on time, and then for re-strategize and make sure the buses they run on time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I will go to the next call, but before I go to the next call, I hope so people in the listen and they are taking notes and the powers that be, because I know say they can join them shows they have for listen, even though they can go incognito. I know that. I hope you are taking notes and they listen to some of the advice that's been given. But the one thing where I go on for all Mr. Umar Day is that I don't know if you expect buses them for run within residential zone as well, because buses are meant to run in a particular space. Then some of them streets then the way they call so those are residential habitats. Those are not main streets. And bus, when you look at the composition of a bus, it gets particular lanes them and tracks them where they're supposed to run. I don't know if you take that into consideration as well when you they talk. And when you they talk about the tight corner, you call 2-3 name them, and you call some tight corner there where I know the families who own those homes, as a matter of fact. And I also know that they are Creole by nature because I know them very well. Some of them, even then, I'm a bloodline, as in they are family of mine. I know how long they've had those homes for. I would want to, I go, now this I can say, I go one for Sile. Again, these are residential quarters. Bear in mind some of these streets that you mentioned, and when you operate commercial, because remember, like commercial run buses, you forget lanes them when they go inside. I don't expect a commercial bus to carry run nami quarters when they so right now. I don't expect to see it. As a matter, if I see it, I will cry hey hi hell to the city and to the mayor and say, what the hell? This is not what my taxes are being paid for. My taxes are paid for school buses to enter my domain, but not for commercial buses to come into my area. They get area zoning. That's why zoning is important. I agree with you, say zoning is important. But when we deliberate on them things, so even as we prefer solutions, then make we think about them in a wider scope. Just because na free tongue no mean for say you invade the residential areas just because you want to do certain one or two, yeah. Make I take the call. Call her waiting I name and also you the call from.
Thank you very much, Madam Cole. Me na Ahmed, I call from UK.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you once again. You see, anyway, now you know it's good to discuss of the issue at the program. For me, when I look at these government bosses and stuff, until I see them, because we know what they go on. We know the difficulties. The last time these people can say they don't count Perry without a RAM, they describe and they don't snap and they explain a lot on the social media. We don't see that Ferry. So buses, made in London, we get double-decker buses, we get the same long buses, because most of them buses are China more in the operates. But most of them buses they get power sharing this automatic bus lane. One where the maintenance system, we lack maintenance system in that country. And where are the roads even? Like what we do are light. And then what of course Uma don't show how you understand the city. The first can be brother two we don't talk. Because looking at them buses are the long past the double decker bus. Because then now England and they run at the rural areas, so you get few of them at the city. But they get power sharing because they can turn, So looking at Sierra Leone, the road in fact even for them bus there. They are running at the main city because they get for transport students and students and schools and more children at the western area. But where are the roads? Because they get for maintenance the road, they get for bring down the side with the bus and they stop people them. So now a long-term project this. It's not a 5-year project. So you see, for me, I don't just believe into anything where this government they do. It's not that we condemn them. We want to really make things good thing come like them boys already talk about them boys here, the car transport system, because transport is a part of the people. That movement, of course, people they go move, students they go move, they help the economy as well. But the feasibility, the reality, some of you now without this will get. Because look at the past 5 years, all what they talk, materialize again. So, as Salone as them, it's good the corner they can we can our own duty for making analyze things here, for making see the expertise which you don't understand in terms of developmental pace, when I can show it to who the people them. But do we have the kind of people them we really get the country at heart? We come in to develop us and the rights, because the rights are in theory, and they show onto the internet and they show people, then they talk on the international world. But is it applicable back home? No, not applicable. So nothing everybody always they talk about where Salone person will believe. Because today you talk about if you go make a random sampling as Salone, you ask people them, the people that go the negative feedback go boku because they don't get experience now. Me and you don't know how they talk about Tomabum rest. How many years the rest they take for grow? When now we get varieties away with every 3 months you can harvest. But these are the people that wake up, they even showcase some bags of rice. The chief minister don't harvest 200,000. Now fake. So we look at these things again. Salone people, we quick to believe. We are somebody say I swear to God. If we God, people that say, oh, left and this, we should not swear to God, so not to him. He should go do him. We swear to God for nothing. We will so believe that we get problem with prayers. They say prayer. People they even believe say even if I not get nothing, God go make her eat. I go survive. Now that kind of perspective, and now they kind of position they don't take advantage of we. So Salone people they too godly. What's happening now? We country so other countries where we don't live now. The French country, like Senegal, Gambia, that's how they're so aggressive with their politicians. They they happen at Salone. They happen there. They happen there for inch like Senegal, then French country one. But then politicians they take advantage of the people them. It is right manifesto, the opponent. We get civil societies them. They know the whole government responsible. We get people the way supposed for whole government responsible for the people them. Because the people not get power. But why about now we get for talk when government they listen? We know they talk. Because when they will give small thing, you put it in your pocket, you okay. You drive fine car, the next man they suffer, you don't care. Now this now we face our country. So anyway, we see. But for me, I not even want to talk about it because for this one for coming, the probability of this bus coming in, the probability is 0. Me, I mean, you take that. Okay. Thank you very much, Madam Cole. Good to see you back.
All right, thank you very much, caller. So basically, when I know say to the callers, I appreciate you all calling. I know for say this is a passionate topic to we all, and you look at what drive development, waiting will help people their life and this that, and so I can really like for talk about their issues there. I can like for your own solutions them. And how una see am, because how me see am no go always mean the way una see am. Una go see am a different way, and maybe at the same time educates me as well. Like Umar don't talk about them different routes them, but the only thing he failed for acknowledge is that these routes are residential routes. They are pre-existing residential routes. So how do you transform a residential road into a commercial road? Because that is the bus serves, the purpose of these buses are commercial. And so, it provides some solutions then, but for me, these solutions are not visible because of the existing landscape of the country. I will go to the next caller, and please be mindful that now 3 minutes when I get me knocking like for cut people them off. But then remember that my producer has the veto power for cut you off at any time after your 3 minutes don't elapse. So make good use of your 3 minutes. I'll go to the next caller, even though I hope I will get the time for jump to the next topic, because I think you guys will also find that one interesting. But make I go to the next caller because the caller don't do it.
Okay. Hello, Martinda. This is not Umaru again.
Okay, Umar, go ahead.
Yeah, you asked one interesting question. The entire Freetown get 4 points if they're able lost and look sorry. If they're able to solve them 4 points, then they in traffic, they able to solve them 4 points them. We not get traffic in Freetown. And they show you these 4 points. One is already solved. The one at Calbatown, they don't already solve because of that Jue bypass. Then the second one at Eastern, we get them from Ferry Junction, because what happened Ferry Junction, upgone traffic, it affect Ferry Junction. So now the second traffic that we get. So that one, I not go tell you because I know that Eastern part too much. I not go tell you how the part is visible. Okay. Then we get another one again. What happened? We get Mutkawe Irika up from Brookfield State for Kana Sanders Street. Then we get Mutkawe the Komona Syke Street for Kana Sanders Street. We get Mutkawe the Komona Kuto Road for Kana Shakasivi Street. That point, na serious point, and like go to government policies, people they misunderstand. Government policies no they happen overnight. Anything where they talk today, no feel say that today they happen or tomorrow. It go within a period of time. Then be there on discussion, but this down bay, if you find out, say, if then all the thing where they decide for do, now before a construct a bridge between Bay, overhead bridge between Bay and Kinton. So if you're able to solve that problem between Bay and Kinton, that traffic where they come on at Kinton, where they come on this place and sorry, I don't forget Freetown more. That traffic where they come on that axis, don't do for solve that problem. Then now the whole problem about Freetown, the center of Freetown is not planned. Why I say not planned? If you understand from Brookfields, Minamaruton so Asabi and the better one, from Brookfields for Kana Shakasivi Street. Now the entire Western, it get the highest pan body. And most of them pan body, the way you check the road narrow, the house most of the pan body they engage the streets. So what they therefore do, the city council and the government therefore sit they really close the eye, then demolish the pan bodies, not the houses. Because the last government who been talk say that not been announced by Chroma in time, the mayor they discussed about that say, then for try for re-strategize, make sure say the one we get decent pan body, improve on her, but the one where the pan body then at the street where it really say some pan body just block the street now charcoal and they sell more, especially that Standard Street, that Charles Street area. Most of the pan body, you go see pan body can stay inside the street. What thing they put them really go for close eye. Most of them pan body then try for demolisher, they extend the street small because Freetown the only CBD area where we get now from Campbell Street to Upcon, and not only CBD area we get. All the other side now residential. So the order of residential law left what you get for do, let it improve on the road, break the pan on the road and give bus stops there, and then road then it work. The only thing, the expectation of the people, government say for come out to the people and tell and say, what will they do, not for today, but now a plan will they try for roll out. So let the people know, feel say now tomorrow it go happen. it get a lot of planning, it get a lot of money where they did, but it work, it's possible. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. Don't know if we get any other calls. Then the one thing though I want for bring to your mind, I know again I say I don't know say you left Salone, but me know for say the Sanders Street, Charles Street, Dundas Street, all the streets then they call so any street no, no, it's a different street right now. I can tell you that for sure, my brother. Like I can tell you that there are skyscrapers on those streets, 3, 4, 5, sometimes story buildings on those streets. As a matter of fact, some even get which you can call temporary low key hotels them and things like that. So again, we get for understand again the current terrain for whatever. I know the speech which you say Boko Pambodi them not being at the exits of Freetown and within the environment of Freetown and shacks them way obviously they have no business being there, but the people can only do what they have in their hands. They cannot go beyond what's been given to them or the opportunities afforded them so that they are able to, in turn, fully participate and give back and establish. I don't live in a country, I don't live in a country like Conakry, I don't live in a country like Abidjan, I understand zoning, I understand what improper zoning is, I understand all of these things. I've lived and traveled in so many countries that I understand what residential demarcation is, I understand what commercial demarcation is, I understand waiting at the business and residential blend. Sometimes you have like when you call about, the plateau area in Abidjan, the Coco de Mercury area, it's a blend of those two. But then when you leave that here, you come to the Sokose and you come to the Angwe, those are purely residential area. When you go deep into plateau, purely residential area, deep into Mercury, if I begin to talk right now, we'll go to an area that I don't want to go to, but make we transition to another topic. The other topic where we did transition to, and again, go into the question where they ask about, due diligence, we country, due diligence in our country. So, like me, so I took an oath of office. So, Usaimi they work, for example, if I am given a gift by any of my clients or any of my associates or any of my partners, then I therefore call the value and ethics board of my workplace. I therefore write them an email and say, so and so client or so and so partner gave me this gift of so and so. I do not know the value. Now it depends now to the value and ethics board for now go investigate the value. But most of all, the next thing when they do is that they will send me a bag or they go give me an address whose I they go left that item there. Right? No mean for say I not go accept the item because in certain culture, I know they talk about Salone, but I'm because I work in the international space. Now that make I the top bottom from this angle, right? I they interact with people from different countries, then different cultures, different values, and so therefore, because of that, if somebody give me a gift, whether a earring, necklace, a gown, an artifact, a carving, whatever it is, my next point of action is for me to write an email to the value and ethics board or the value and ethics team and describe to them what happened under the circumstance where I received the gift, and then in turn proceed to ask where should I send this gift. Normally then they send on a place where they go towards charity, right? Where they go towards charity. So waiting are they avoid by doing that? I avoid all form of corruption. I avoid all form of familiarity between me and the partner or whoever this person is or client. I avoid any notion that whatever they get is because they can bail me in a corner. that whatever they may have gotten, either a contract, either whatever, it's because they merited it. It's not because they deserve it, not because they come out and can't give me one shaving naya, or they can't send me one motuka naya, or they can't give me this thing, so nada make it favor them. Right? It's called Professional Code of Ethics. That same Professional Code of Ethics, they also exist in Sierra Leone. However, the way then they go out, it's not enforced. Make I say it's not enforced. Because if it be enforced, the then Minister of Immigration, where somebody they go give a gift. Just imagine somebody go give a gift of BMW and Hilux. You get the bold mind for accept them as a civil servant serving. And you not at any point in that acceptance day and at any point in the dispensation of your duty not feel say, I have done something that could compromise my work, that could compromise the integrity of my work, that puts me in questionable standing. Not at any point did you go to the Anti-Corruption Commission and say, now this then don't come meet me on a so and so person give me, or this person they give me gift as a friend. What kind of, you are a public servant, you hold a very amiable, a very admirable and amiable position, a position where you get so much power that you get to be very, very careful. But anyways, make we go to Androja Kaikai, we confirm. I did take this tweet from Lamrana, Lamrana Bar, and I give credit to Lamrana because this video, clip of this video came from. Make we watch waiting and Roger Kaikai, former chief officer of immigration, say to the committee, we confirm am. And you see, and this is the problem about Sierra Leone and we institutions them. When we can talk, una say we criticize, we this, we that. Who side una they work? Now, uno various workplace them. Uno tell me if uno ever do not even half of waiting this man do so. If una go live for tell the story them now workplace them the next month. This is not even that they will put you under query. This is a cause for immediate dismissal. Because it clearly writes under your code of ethics, your professional code of ethics, so you're supposed to abide by. So you cannot accept bribe, any form of gift, and it is seen as bribery, it is seen as corruption. Not over saying as somebody in your family, say your auntie or your uncle or your wife na him buy motoka for you. You clearly say you said a friend. Waiting at the deal with this your friend. Waiting transpire with this your friend for make this your friend also buy you a Mercedes G-Wagon and a Toyota Hilux. Now, very expensive motorcar than this. We are talking about cars that are in value at least 80,000 and above in value per car. At least $80,000 and above in value per car. So which suite of office have you manipulated? Which suite of office have you abused for make that friend they get the bold mind for dash you? Make we calculate an 80 at a bare minimum times 2. Let us even presume they are used car. Make we presume say they're not to be new motor car. Make I even be generous for say them motor car they actually have been used car still. These are cars that holds their value. Toyota na motor car where they hold their value. Mercedes na motor car where they hold their value. I know about these cars. I know about the value. I know how they hold their value over time. So if you not sell, you not buy, say 40,000 pion pion. 40,000 pion pion. Let us listen to the video.
He said the Jew called Mercedes Benz. Say, yeah, it's a I don't know if you properly understood the question. The four gifts given to you. Jiwa Call Mercedes Benz. And said Toyota Land Cruiser LLG 300. And said Toyota Fortuner. All these are gifts. Any discussion when you receive the gifts, in what capacity we are. At that time, you are the chief immigration officer. You did any disclosure based in line with the Anti-Corruption Act. You have evidence on that?
I don't have my anti-corruption form, but I know that everything listed here is the same one.
It is huge. This is huge. Okay, fine. So, we have the opportunity to help you. How do you receive the gifts?
From a friend.
Like small place.
My best friend.
Can you classify them? Yeah. I mean, them for us. For the Chuagon.
Yes.
Yes. Oh. You know, a capacity as chief immigration officer.
I don't understand the question.
You said, when did you receive the gift?
This year. About
This year, sir. When last did you feel that corruption from?
I think this year. Recently.
Is it in anti-corruption fund?
Yes, sir.
The one that they displayed, the one that they requested that you should declare our assets.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these items is still in anti-corruption fund.
Yes, sir.
So in the disclosure, I want this thing to be consistent because gifts are sometimes giving us issues. That we have a document, all of us. It's 4 items.
So, una see wey bin come before Parliament because obviously Mr. Bio appoint am as head of drug law enforcement. Two strategic position them. Okay, so this man here, so as he did before the committee, they talk, now he comes talk about, talk about the Mercedes G-Wagon, the Toyota Land Cruiser, and the Fortuner from a friend. Una put them on here so to get, then that make us say, then 3 vehicles there so. If even self na second hand, not a brand new, una put the money, you people, you buy now. Make we not pretend like for say we not doing at the you buy. You know what second-hand vehicle costs. You know what brand new vehicle costs. You know the models of this vehicle. They brand them. We are talking about Mercedes. Mercedes not a yesterday company. We're talking about Toyota. Toyota not a yesterday company. And they focus on them two there so because I know for say them 2 vehicles there so then they hold them value. Then they hold them value like nobody's business. As a chief immigration officer, you say then gift you then now want me party na in dash me. What did you do for this party? Who suite of office you violate when this party are so glad it say it dash you just like that? And at this same person, Mr. Bio look ping, you know, see nobody or this same person, I back a look, they go make him head of drug law enforcement. Una know, prior to the election, 2 years before this recent past election, or fiasco, what for call a fiasco of an election will happen. Una know how reoccurringly Sierra Leone don't deal with drug issue. Now remember that cocaine issue waiting now, we don't know waiting happen. Where as Sylvia Blyden were inside, so the cocaine disappear, it turned to chicken, frozen chicken. Now remember waiting happen. And then there was another massive seizure na the water between the Guinean border and the Sierra Leone borders, all involving Sierra Leoneans and some foreigners. Now this person now want make head of drug law enforcement now. And you see the hypocrisy of our parliamentarians, where I can call non-honorables them. When I see the hypocrisy of we non-honorables them, somebody don't commit such gross misconduct of in office, where we can talk as favors and abuse of office, because that they come right under them. And I will read the anti-corruption press release we come on and do as a relation to that. Immediately this man here, so no way not for the way them in for don't pass on. Where them if for don't pass this particular nomination process. You see, Ben Kelfella tweet recently, me don't know what they up to studies anti-corruption, but I don't know, he's in between somewhere in the middle. It goes, ACC reminds public officials that gifts beyond 5 million must be specifically declared, together with the source and relationship of the donor or with the donor. Vico's alleged gift for the former chief immigration officer, including a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, has also been confiscated by the ACC pending investigation. This not penned any investigation. I am sorry. Certain things are blue and white, and certain things are black and white. This now one such thing way for me from the jump, as they can say from the get-go. This is blue and white. You are in an office that comes with so much, like that office that we're talking about the sovereignty of who we are, our passports. Our passport, what makes you a Sierra Leonean, that passport, that identity there. And you know, for say nation, sometimes they can sell them passports them to other people them. We don't hear of situations where Sierra Leone is selling their passports to other nationals then. And these other nationals, when they open their mouth, they begin to talk, the old Salone passport, they begin to talk. Clearly, you were born as Salone, you were a Sierra Leonean, Sierra Leone bred and groomed. You clearly know, say, no way, these people have no affiliation to Sierra Leone. None whatsoever. And then people in the name of being a Sierra Leonean or touting themselves to being a Sierra Leonean, they go out in the world and they do bad, nefarious things then. Bad things then. Where at the end of the day, guess who suffers? The nation. The nation, Sierra Leone as a whole, mine and they brand as bad. Not only the person we hold that passport, we do that bad thing. We go commit that crime in other person country, or we go do that drug whatever in other person country, or we go do this, or we go misuse other people, then laws them. And then find themselves wanting, not to that person, they no more they end up for suffer. Sierra Leone in general as a whole, as a country, ends up defeated, ends up being punished. Because when they see you as a Sierra Leonean, guess what? Immediately you say you are brandish a thug, you are brandish a liar, you are brandish a criminal, you are brandish a thief. You are brandish not trustworthy. Because that person, when they don't get an example or examples of people that will hold similar passports, we don't do nefarious bad thing, then that is why your passport, you should be very careful who that you put in control of your passport, because your passport now the identity of your sovereignty. So here is someone who has been entrusted, and then the committee go and then pass him, they allow him forget the appointment. And you people think these people are serious and they're up to something better for you. Because that is this now an example where them if don't make a clear example of say, you know what? This is what the law says with regarding like where the ACC commissioner Twitter, anything 5 million and above, you're supposed to declare them. They're supposed to investigate the source. They're supposed to investigate the source and the why and the how behind them. But to be more specific, yes, I think they had a press release, and here's what the press release says about this this issue. The press release come on the 23rd. It says the ACC reminds the public, reminds all public officials to develop and maintain a gift registry. The Anti-Corruption Commissioner wishes to remind all ministers, departments, and agencies of government about the provisions of Section 51(4) of the Anti-Corruption Act 2008, as amended in 2019, which requires all public institutions to develop and maintain a gift registry, which is now just give me 1 second, make I move something they block me reading. Yeah. Which is a record of gift value at 5,000 new leons and above that are received by staff of the respective institutions. According to the extent provision, where a gift or personal benefit exceeds 5 million oleons in value, and where the total value received directly or indirectly from one source in any 12 months period exceeds 5 million oleon, the public officer shall make a report of that fact to the relevant public bodies within which time and in which form as may be prescribed by the Commission. Subsequently, a public officer who receives such a gift is required to file with his annual declaration of assets and liabilities of statements. Is it handcrafting the nature of the gift or benefit, its source, and the circumstances under which it was given or accepted. I don't know if I think at the end of the statement that there is more. Okay, Section 551 of the Act states that a public officer who fails to comply with the requirement in subsection 4 commits an offense and shall be liable on conviction to a fine 3 times the value of the gift or benefit, or 50 million old leons, which is greater, to the imprisonment of a term not less than 1 year. The ACC wishes to further state that it will evoke the relevant provisions of the Act for any failure by the public officer who received a gift that is valued at 5,000 leons and above, that is not declared to the respective institutions and/or commission. Meanwhile, the commission has instituted an investigation into the alleged allegations of receipt of vehicle as gift by the former chief immigration officer Andrew Kaikai, and the said 3 vehicles are in the custody of the ACC pending investigation. There is no investigation that needs to be done. 3 vehicles, 1 person, then they go tell you saying a gift. You say your limitation are 5,000. Enough or go above 5 million, and it should be declared. And now in a query for another position, this person they can't tell you for say. I mean, we are talking about over $100,000 in gifts here, for crying out loud. We are talking about close to $200,000 in gifts here. If we were to go by the real values of these assets, these vehicles, they can't tell me but investigation. First of all, that man should have been immediately expunged from his proposed new position. Period. But this is what they call about the inefficiencies and the padism. This not padism and they go now we go now we posting go make and so and that is what is going to end up happening. Then go make and so a slap on the wrist and you will not hear of this again. I don't wish for even the rest of because the commission wishes to assure the general public of its unwavering determination and relentless resolve to effectively control corruption in Sierra Leone for further inquiry. Like that is all nonsense. You people are just wordsmithing. What one they do right now? Na wordsmithing, play on words. Play on words. And una all the ministers they are so former ministers them, current ministers them, eh? Una all we don't go build their mansions then a biobari. You all are guilty of the thing. I mean, this is just it. You all are guilty of the same thing. So for me, if nothing come off of this, I'm not going to be surprised. And I don't think anything should come off of it because at the end of the day, you know what? Let me give the man kudos to be bold enough to say, you know what? While I was in office, I received this. Because the one where they interview the one where they interview the one that where they at the panel, the one where they investigate they're all they inside the same soup. They all don't eat na the same soup, na the same food. Una go bio barre, una de free tongue, una no side bio barre de. Una tell me how they get all their money then they for build all their mansions then they within 5 years. When some of these people have not worked in 10, 15 years of their life. So what are we saying? Let us stop fooling each other. At least he was bold enough to say, yes, I was bribed, and this is what I got bribed with. But the others are not bold enough to say it. But they enjoy the sweets of office, and they've all been collecting bribery in the same form or even worse. Make I take the call. Call her, waiting I name and who say the call for.
Yeah, Matilda, this time made from the UK.
Yes, please go ahead.
Sister, no waste your breath on this business here. Mr. Bioga for go down as one of the worst leaders them in Salone. In terms of corruption, it is high, very, very high. But the supporters them and the vuvuzelas them, not they see that side, they feel someone I hate, we hate Mr. Bio. We not hate this man. I mean, from when it take over power, I mean, it come at a very good time where APC, all man don't fed up with the APC regime, with the corruption, where they made it. All man don't fed up with them. So it come the right time when people there, all man just embrace them. But this man, all what they do, they don't can do worse. Past waiting and escrow myself do. So I don't know the parliament waiting make really then try for put that in the life for make people then see them. Then just the disgrace we country. Now disgrace and the disgrace we every now and then. You go tell me back, nothing they come up behind that and then go get in position. What did Mr. Bio do? Mr. Bio, it take all in tribesmen them, puts them in strategic positions them. And they sit down there and they cause all kind of problem, all kind of corruption they take place and they cover. Nothing for come up behind it, they go for get in position, make us the head of drug or whatever they call them, get on top position, so you're going to do more corruption again. Because by right, you're not supposed to take no gift. No gift you're not supposed to take. And they lost it clearly. Say a gift more than 5,000 or so, they go for declare them. They not do them. Pass where they go parliament, you go fill the form, and they go declare all that in a day. So me don't know what to make sure they put them live. That I don't understand, really. How somebody will go look, you go give you over 100,000, dollars. Gift. You say that gift they give you over 100,000, then you take them. All man knows they're corruption. We not say they can give people in gifts, but not to that alarming amounts they over 100,000. I can't get it. I don't get them at all. So that the same corruption is what they talk about. The corruption don't skyrocket past how we been there force them. But the one day when they support, they see that if you someone I hate to hate this man because we try for talk every day, but how to develop a country. This is not tell well. Very, very, very bad. And that parliament stay as long as Abbas Bundu na NDD as the speaker. To go and this the one better tell the commodity. And that's Mr. Biodu. It take Abbas Bundu plants in a parliament for make all the corrupt deals them. Then go no more. They don't get for questioning because by rights the parliament get power past the executive. When as long as see the executive get power past the legislature. All which we do now the reverse what they do. By right, they're supposed for question. Most of them are every month they for call one person can question them. Wait to make you not do this, wait to make you not do that. But Salone, the executive, it get overwhelming power past the legislature, which is very God. Anyway, I left because time done. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Scholar. And so basically, this goes to show what? Other than the fact that I said they are all guilty of the same thing, they're all under inside the same support, they leak the same soup because, like I say, at least I applaud Jack Kaikai for saying this is what I receive in gifts. Over $150,000 in assets in the form of vehicles in gift. But the others have not declared what they've received in gift, and we all know that they have received in gift and in other forms, in cash and in kind, depending on the situation. We all see Bio Barre, we all know what is going on in Bio Barre, all the mansions, and where did they get the money? Where did they get the assets? Where did they get the liquid assets in terms of money for construct all the mansions? Then at the end of the day, like I said, this is going to be a slap in the wrist, if any. Or then go just wait first, make the public forget about this, and then it go on to imposition and live in life just like every other thing that has happened. We don't see them in the past. The one where them be make finance minister, the one when I been former minister of senior education. We have seen it. This is not anything new. So at the end of the day, I am just talking about this for the benefit of una repertoires them, for una records them, for those who you would want to write something about the annals of Sierra Leone one day. So at least una go get data for the right. But this is nothing new. And this only goes to show that the chief ministers in questions at the time were not doing their job, because this have been part of their job. Oversight of the work and activities. Them, how come somebody go use such a give and and you, the two chief ministers, them will not be aware of that. Make I go to the call. Caller, waiting your name and also you the call from.
Hello, viewers. This is now Umaru, the colleague from Switzerland.
Yes, Umar, go ahead.
You see, the ACC don't fail with the first time, The first time of this regime, the ACC, particular as a public office, fail with, because they wash down all with expectations. And we they give them again chance, because the perception is already there. So we they give them chance to look them by if they go reset the Sierra Leonean perception about them. Because just like what you talk, there are a lot of examples, a lot of precedents where they don't set that country, where they don't show say even this one it can go be like a even be. But anyway, Lord, we give them chance, Lord, we see how then they go with them. Because when such thing happen, we begin to make say this them against this, or begin to call, another wash down the things that like don't want them. And this ACC don't fail the government don't fail the way them in come, that power where them in come with that expectation Sierra Leoneans them in get. The way BO in government been talk about corruption. If now so them been do and not only this lip service them is stopper. Like we be see most of them things that like way they talk. How somebody they go collect 100 something thousand gift for your office where the entire office know what's that. You know, and this one not to now it happen. This one it don't happen from Pakaba in time. We see Pakaba in time where them they use for buy for small picking where 18 years they buy for the Egypt in that country. We see in the past government and we don't see her now. And if this government don't begin to voice them out, you know, when I say the government, I mean ACC don't begin to voice them out. Now we see again for the second time. Now we see again how they go treat we. Because we get a perception, then therefore make we change the perception about it. Because the perception is already in there. You know, and the other caller touched about something, then an old topic on Leone. They touched about this Abbas Bundu. This has nothing to do with Abbas Bundu. Then waiting at when the government don't appoint somebody, they invite the person at parliament. If the person go through, they approve. If not go through, you know, then say, well, you not go through this, go this. But it's not nothing to do with Abbas Bundu. You know, and this whole Abbas Bundu issue, we know say this whole Abbas Bundu issue now from the past regime, because the past regime then just try to fix somebody in that position, a political somebody in that position where we see the effect on Sierra Leoneans today. You know, but this one actually not get nothing for root Abbas Bundu. Let the ACC we expect from them, and we know say they go do the right thing. But if they not do the right thing again, history go judge them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my dear. You are very hopeful. You are very hopeful. I mean, listen. Someone must keep hope alive, right? Someone must keep hope alive. Yeah, we get calls them. So make I take the call. Call waiting at your name and also you call for.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Matilda. Mina Ahmed from UK. Yes, you know, yeah, I don't watch this clip and I don't follow this interview from the parliament when they try to approve this fellow. You see, this is not the thing where we talk, Madam Cole. You see, although my brother at the time for DeFi say this has nothing to do with the parliament. The parliament are law-making bodies. They are also getting people. For everybody that come take over position, we must go through parliament. So, but in the first place, look at the parliament, how they set up from the past parliament. How did the speaker of the parliament come to be a speaker? You see, so no look at the issue now. You don't look how you work if you go look how you for them. How this come about? This now that will start for point the country, the democracy start for point right away. He stole somebody illegally. Wait for who lost them. Wait for approve people into positions. When we follow the British Parliament, we see not to say for say pass the speaker commander labor or economic conservative. No, then they just catch about the people. They even go against their own party. You know, where put them in. But we know they happen. When the president speak, because now the same party, the person come out, that's it. You know, they need to look at the people then. So this has a stake towards the parliament as well. All the bad things that all the bad laws that they will the face show. All lead you to this election, my person, not the parliament. Because they look at the constitution in favor of the people, them, they approve them. Because they just want to make them be, not only them. So me and you, for what we get sense, so they report Abbas Bundu. 30 days from the empire itself, selling passport, speaker of the house for the parliament, 30 days are the same people them, and just form that cabal again. You don't get anything good who don't benefit from the people there. What we expect they say, if we don't own the integrity, if we don't be somebody they waste stiff because they know say now, they not get how old as Bundu. How many years he gets again if he life permit them? So but they care about that. They don't care. They don't care. This is terrible. This is somebody who don't live in the US for 20 years, we say they practice law. Now they go so back now Salone for go fraud the people and collecting gifts. You know say it's wrong. We don't come out the West too. You see the people there what would they trade? This government can't tell which they can't fight them. Then say the APC be the chief. All that Salone was lawyer. People then come out crowd. Now look at the corruption. Look at the drugs. Look at the lawlessness. What matter they say they can't curtail. So then at the worst. They see 10-year-old boy, 11-year-old boy, they fetch for Kushner streets. They don't arrest the people who go and come. Now the one who they sell them. They didn't prison the woman. They go, they go and reach them. They go the woman, they sell them, wait for paying and living. They all couch and free. This thing happened today. Look at the drugs episode now, Salone. You know, ever be even after the war, because we after the war, they go school, we not be get this kind rampant drugs abuse. So, you know, all of this they bring can corrupt the people who they own them. The corruption is rampant. Anything about this present situation at Salone is worst. Now the worst time is ever. So if we don't just talk no more. Now future we born, now do we grow, now do we go school, we go to so we know in and out of the city. So not just a talk. You see, it's difficult, my sister, but we do our best. So thank you once again, my dear. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. I will go to the next caller, but before I go, the reason why I make her they laugh. You know, I didn't even know this Jack Kai person as somebody we don't live in the West. Where, as a matter, I mean, it even makes it laughable for me that as somebody we don't practice law. As somebody we don't practice law in the West, so he knows the statutes. Listen, law can be read anywhere in the world. There are basic principles of law. And that make when you dey begin law, the first year, anything where they teach you now, yeah, where you go England, you go Canada, you go, it is the same. Basic standard principle of law, first year. So make we forget that it branch out even into a different specialty. So first year law 101, the man forgets I'm inside him country. And we think we are serious. We are in the West, we can uphold the law. We can even help in enhancing, augmenting, bringing a balance to the law. But then when we go inside our own country, where we now deal with for make sure say we apply and implement. The other thing we make a laugh. I talk about Abbas Bundu and I just got a flashback. Me knowing Abbas Bundu as a child, a little girl. Right? Running around the office there na out and call and foreign affairs. I was a baby. And now I can no longer call myself a baby, but the man is still I am. In the political program. And I make her laugh. Anyways, make her go to the caller. Caller waiting I know. Who say they call?
Yes, I call from Dubai. How you do?
Please go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to address on this former immigration boss. I think say with what we don't see, so if the government now really take action, then we not say now lip service then they give about corruption because they would whatever you look at they are above $100,000. This is above 2 billion leons. So one of the reasons I believe say you go declare them because now the cockiness like you believe say this now we government or I get relationship or this now we young but nobody able to touch me. Because if anybody we not get that kind of confidence, trust me, you're not gonna go declare them kind of carry as an immigration boss, where salary not pass $2,000-3,000 or $5,000. So one of the things that we may see, you go don't take and say this is our government. And this the government need for set example because then kind of people here. And not only this, but like we say, me the only way I go believe say the government fight corruption. Now when I see really not to go target former APC ministers them or former APC people them. Now your regime for begin target. When they begin target from here, we see ministers them go down for corruption or top civil servant them, head of parastatals them. Then we not say serious about corruption. For me, the corruption level, we go judge them with APC after the 10 years. But definitely, if na comparison with the APC, I know for now, no one put them at the same path. Maybe after in 10 years, we'll be able to get that judgment rightly. And the other thing again, I want to talk about this, the bosses. The bosses now something way good for the country, and I believe say in the next 2 months you go there because I know people are waiting. They part of this bus program, and they call, I don't know, what in IROM, the program. And basically, that's what the government get for the operators. Then give the Sierra Leone and civilian, they like the road transport and the other people, and we drivers union. Now basically, like no, outside the government could get control for what and they do. But my worry is, then people in the GISO, then guys go get a different group of Sierra Leoneans, them from drivers union, from bike riders union, from what you call Poda drivers union. They make a company waiting for the operate this. I worry if they don't able to be effective for doing, but let's see, we no go judge it now. If you don't able to take care, because I know the program fully well. But I'm concerned if then people will be able to do this thing as how the government wants them. But again, the government ain't go worse if the government they run on, because what we know say all everything a government institution are for damage, are for well. So but let's give them chance and see. So now that number one contribute. For the road, I think say when I say special designated road them, like for example, if you come out Waterloo, you use the highway. Now morning then you know say everybody they cannot turn a morning the traffic day. Because for common at turn for go out Waterloo morning, traffic no day. Now for come inside turn traffic day. So they're able to use that one bus lane for come. This other one they're able to use them like 2 lane. The other one lane they're able to use them for 2 lane. Go and come. The bus they use that one grade one take go. You're able to use that take go for Bay Road, maybe can Eastern Police. Then maybe do turn in the way to go back in the afternoon or in the same morning, certain hours and the way they put where they able to use for go. I know say they already the alarm not beginning. I just want buttress that side because I get some basic idea on that one. So thank you, my contribution
Okay.
that.
Okay. Thank you very much, caller. And I think this caller they advocate for private run or private management of the bus routing and all of that. It's a start of a conversation. I sure say this not on it. I sure say we'll get the opportunity to touch on it some more. It's a start of a conversation. It's a teaser. They gave us a teaser. We are using the teaser to start the conversation. And as they go, now so we go to talk more and hear more, right? Now don't forget say this program officially na 5 o'clock they begin. So for una way they wait stay 6, 7 for the join. Are they on goodbye lane? Una they on welcome lane. I will go to the next caller. Caller, waiting on your name and also you call from. Hello, caller. Caller, can you hear me? Okay, so if the caller is speaking, I am unable to hear them. They are not coming through. So if the caller call back, say within the next minute, I will take the call. If not, then the last caller will be my last caller for today. But listen, one day I want for make we touch, but them don't reach on which way and I know for say I'm a stickler to time. I want for make we look at this arise, the termination of contract of this arise railway project. But the details of this conversation is so much that I don't think say I will do justice to, and few callers they don't call and they don't touch on this subject matter. I'm not going to do justice in addressing this, but what I can do, however, I can start the conversation and maybe on Thursday, maybe Mr. Kago will pick up this on Thursday and keep it going and looking at it from the political and economic standpoint of things. I want to make we play a video, make we listen to a video from Sylvia Blyden. I think that video they give a little bit of a summary of things. And for me, to the government, I go ask the question again. And I make they say due diligence. Waiting then they do. I dey read wetin Sylvia Blyden say first, and then we go to the video. I think we have a few minutes. I can give a few minutes to that. It says, this is the finance minister, Sheku Fatamadi Bangura, smiling as he was signing what is now infamously dubbed as toy train. Sorry. As toy train. You know, Sylvia gets a very imaginative way of writing. So sometimes the way they read Sylvia writing, if you're not careful, they laugh at the middle. Now that didn't happen to me. So toy train agreements with Arise IPP back in January 2023. The white guy in Jasper, the white guy is Jasper H. Boyle, the managing director of Arise in Sierra Leone. Photo shown finance minister signed in the presence of Attorney General Justice Minister L.M. Tarawali alongside the then Minister Tim Kaba, currently foreign minister, and I think Tim Kabana be either minister of mines them or mineral resources or something along that line. I don't remember. Anyways, they all signed on the direct instruction of President Bio, Vice President Julde Jallo, and the entire cabinet. I have seen copies of the cabinet conclusion dated 29th December 2022 on the cabinet meeting of 28th December 2022, which had instructed the minister to sign the toy train agreement. And the toy train agreement, I can't get past that word. I have also seen details of November 25th, 2022 cabinet matters, which started the ball rolling. Now, despite all that due diligence done, which I have read, the current mine minister, Matia, has openly said that no due diligence was done by the Madabio cabinet to ascertain fitness of Arise to fulfill the contract signed to manage our country's railway and ports assets. These same guys called a press conference today to mock themselves to us, the citizens, by saying the same Arise that they signed with cannot even run a toy train on the table. He goes a tire for laugh, Sylvia. Me self tire for laugh.
All people like Sylvia Olanka Blyden, then go tell una today say that press conference now one of the worst press conference where any government don't ever conduct na the history of Sierra Leone. 4 senior cabinet ministers went to make a mockery of the government of Sierra Leone because na mock them go mock themselves. You they can't talk, say you the minister of mines, gross immaturity. For come and tell we say President Julius Madabio in cabinet in January this year, then sign agreement for manage with railway with an entity we not even sabi for run toys train na table. Hey! What immaturity is this? What can be worse of a self-mockery than this? Come on. Now the sycophants in into Boku, they no one tell you not true. They can't say I'm pro-Arise. Yes, I am pro-Arise because for now, when I look the contract with inside with pro-Arise and how if a dovetail into the SI zone, it makes a lot of sense to me. That's all. It makes a lot of sense to me. But for me, una can't tell we now say, this contract will una sign in January. Hey! This contract will una sign where the waitman and come and then talk now the presence of the president, international bankers, financiers, and a galaxy of potluck people say that this special investment zone, it go work only if it dovetail into the railway. And then you guys come today and you call a press conference and you say some of what you said today. You did not know this in January when you put pen to paper. The sycophancy na imboku, they no one tell una true. The sycophancy too much. But today was an embarrassment. The entire press conference, 4 senior cabinet ministers. Now una self una go mock. Una go mock una self because now una sign contract. Nobody no put gun down on aid. Say sign contract. No. You signed the contract voluntarily. You invited the people voluntarily. How now all of a sudden, the contract where you sign, you want us the citizens for look you now say, that contract where you sign now with person where toys train self in us be run, but you sign contract with and say like can manage all we train railway assets. Hey, bo, una not look funny, una funny. Funny, very, very funny. What a mess.
I know that me not can always agree with the blinded. But this time, I 100% agree with her. My goodness. This now you can call childlessness, like childish behavior. 4 ministers, like wetin be una aim and objective, wetin una feel say una go get from the Sierra Leone people by behaving in such how they can call a lackadaisical manner, behaving in ways that you can only expect from a child. Even pikin wey dey talk self no go behave this kind way. Something a pikin wey dey creep na you go expect this type of behavior from. This very January, now una make papi show, una make papi show, una paint the tongue, una dey bring railway cam, this that railway this that. How was the bidding done? How the call for proposal been done? How the bidding been done? Was it an open or closed bidding? What were the criteria laid out wey make allies turn out for be successful? Una not vet them past work them before. Una not look into them portfolio them before. Una not look into them portfolio them for see the veracity, the capability there, and waiting they don't do in the past. For sure say yes, indeed, they will be up to the standard. They will be up to the job. The president go, you read, then give you this at the time. Then you were the president, and I acknowledge you are the president at the time. You read, you do, then pass you information. You read because you say they read, they watch them ever. You go, you give you ministers, then go ahead, green light, sign the contract. You now go in and sign the contract to now make big papi show. I remember when I use even there and there for campaign during the election, when I campaign with them, this thing are so serious, heavy. You guys were on the heavy. And then they're not done for blow the snot self now the beginning nose done it and I don't turn back and can say no. We're not a dance again. That dance won't have been danced the day and I pulled it for sis. We're not a dance again. Do you think this is how contracts are managed? Do you think this is how international relations and partnerships are managed? Do you think this is how investment partnerships are managed? And then unilaterally, una decide to call a press conference, hereby humiliating yourself and humiliating your ignorant lot. Yes, humiliating your ignorant lot, because not only Salone people you humiliate your ignorant lot yourself. They go talk for say the company not even fit for manage toy train where they run that table. Think you have words and you have way with words and you have play on words. Una not a tire. Una not a tire. Who stopped you from doing your due diligence? Now, would put gun now, I would say, Paupa, when I for sign this contract at the time when I signed the contract. Why didn't you do your due diligence? Why didn't you do your environmental scan? Why didn't you do your environmental studies? Why didn't you do, you do your veracity check for make sure? And for be sure and certain that this is the partner that you want for work with. Now, the same thing una do with the Turkish people then. Where before you know it, una sign contract, then una hold pressure to the non-honorables them inside parliament for making them approve the $270 million contract for the extension of an airport. Where una slash the building of a new city, including an airport that would have cost $320 million. The establishment of a new city with all of its amenities and a new international airport for $320 million. Una slash them, they una avoid them, una zero them, una X them out of the picture, only to go sign not even 1/4, to receive not even 1/4 of what the former contract would have given you guys for $270 million. Then on a whole parliament to the fire for agree to those terms and conditions. And now you're crying that Sierra Leoneans are not using the new airport. And that they bring the value for, because the tickets are astronomically high. And the very hypocritical Sierra Leonean when Sidon, I also say, Matilda, why are you criticizing this is good for our country? I'm like, while this is good for our country, let us be diligent in how we apply things. Let us approach things with a level, steady head for the long haul, not just for the today. And now una same one, una can't afford the $4,000, $5,000 tickets. Before that, they go pass through Guinea and arrange for motorcade and for Pikuna from the Guinean airport for cross into the Sierra Leone border, because that is what your money can afford. You did not think about it then. Now that reality don't set in, now that the reality is now real. That's when you see what someone like me was talking about, as in why due diligence is important, why environmental studies, why checks and balances are important. Why make they make them sort of decision so in a haste just to please. Why make when you make a decision that affects the country, that affects your people, you get for take time, you get for do them in a measured approach. You not just the do them for self-glorification and quick applause. You not just the do them for glorification and quick gains and quick applause. But you the do one that posterity, when it sits to judge you, will judge you fairly and judge you right. So now unilaterally they go talk about the people them not fit for purpose. Then when you were signing contracts, when they took their time, flew into the country, brought all of their financiers, brought all of their people, brought their portfolio, brought their whatever, you now not been taken a time on a name no more on been just the see. And because somebody be non go brown envelope on all 4 of the ministers, they gonna just go sign. Because you don't take your time to look at the veracity of things, to look at the substance of things. Now not taking a time for look at the pros and cons. Now not taking a time for look at the wins and losses. So again, I ask, how did the tender, how it happened? How did the bidding happen? How this process here happened, and how Arise became the final contender, the one that you trusted then, that now you are calling not fit to run a toy on a table, making mockery of yourself, and you think you are doing the Sierra Leonean people a favor. You are not doing anyone a favor. Now, una pockets them now, the lining of una pockets them now, they do a favor, not to the Sierra Leonean people. And if you think by doing this, the Sierra Leonean people are onto you. They know you, they know who you are, they know what you are up to already. So they are not fooled, neither are they impressed. When una talk, I sure say the response were bitwa. We not been talking. Bitwa. We not been talking. But dear, una pass more they go before ya. Una bring something new to the table. When will you stop deceiving yourselves? Because right now you think you are deceiving the Sierra Leonean people. You are not deceiving the Sierra Leonean people. When will you actually start working for the people for whom you claim you've been put in office to serve? Some of una they come on also with una big degrees, them with una years of experiences, just to go make a mess and a mockery of yourselves out there. Una can forget the code of ethics under which una don't practice for years, we don't mold una, don't shape una. And that make I say something there inside our water, they I swear to God, something there inside Salone water, something there inside Salone water. And the one the way they pray, instead of una pray on yourself to stupidity and stupor, una pray on yourself for make the water be enhanced so that it will change when they drink and you know go comfortful them, go, scatter them, brings them, and then begin act as though, they are from another planet, and as though the interest of the green, white, and blue shouldn't, be the first and foremost in front of their head and should be their sole priorities, because at the end of the day, when the green, white, and blue wins, the family name wins. Generation born yet unborn wins, because you have set the right path for that to happen. But if na quick gains, the recognition of the now na continue for Sidon Pan, you give us people like us things to talk about day in, day out. And we no go tire. So long as we are not tired, we no go tire. So long as God gives us, all of us, breath. For us, the green, white, and blue take center stage. That is a color we do not compromise wherever we are. It is a color that we represent fiercely, with dignity, respect, and honor. So you choose what you want to represent and how you want to represent it. But there are a group of us where there's no compromise, where that color comes into play. Me family, thank you. May God bless you all. Next week, I want to go into Mr. Bio in speech. And I want to lay some with the, that is if something, it's the Republic. It is always a moving object. I can talk something today and then next week, something happened that, I cannot escape it. I have to deal with it. But make we pray, say we have a calm week. If we have a calm week, I want to go into Mr. Bio's speech to the nation and listen with the dialogue. The dialogue will happen. And, shed some light into what to expect in the coming months, coming years. And brace ourselves so that we're not surprised where it go happen. So at least somebody been done forewarn una, or at least foretold, remember, I'm not a magician, neither am I a soothsayer, but God give we intelligence when we need for use we intelligence wisely. If we use we intelligence wisely, then some of these things that I've said in the past, that we have talked about in the past, not because I'm a soothsayer, it's just because I choose to exercise my intelligence wisely. So we go look into that. And also there is a program that was actually slated to start today, but because I've been sick and what have you, we need to put some structures then in place where That program there is solely focused on Mama Salone, is solely focused on us as green, white, and blue, as children of the green, white, and blue, and how we can look at ourselves, just that, put the pieces together and start building strongly. May God bless you all. May God bless we all, and wherever outside we do, we to defend this world. May God put in and may God put in blessing. And hopefully I see you all here again next week by God in power, 5 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. All right, later on, Unotata.
Sierra Leone, Kush, Immaculate disease for them. Hope for you, sir.
John, I say we say not so good. Hope for you, say not so good. I say we say not so good. So what the down here? Yeah, me had a feeling what I can run behind. We are they see me brother them, they die in the street. Oh. Me are they feeling, we are they see me sister them in the street. Yeah. Some they link they not, some lay down a guts are they sleep. Oh. So when I ask them, tell me say